Trajan Langdon's going to take it the length of the floor and try to get it off. He doesn't have a lot of time here.
Pressure from Jones. Langdon trips, and UConn has done it. El Amin comes over and says, we shocked the world. Folks, you got to believe, because just when people say you can't, you can. And UConn has won the national championship in its first attempt in a final.
Live from St. Petersburg, Florida and Hartford, March Magic, the road to the championship.
Gampel Pavilion in Storrs, Connecticut. UConn fans celebrating a national championship.
My privilege to present the NCAA championship trophy to Coach Jim Calhoun at the University of Connecticut Huskies.
And there it is, the Connecticut-made National Championship Trophy.
And good evening to you. Al Terzi with Denise DeCenzo. And for all the years Jim Calhoun has been denied, for all the times he's gotten so close only to have to come home early, Jim Calhoun tonight is a national champion.
Good evening and welcome to a full hour of live team coverage of the celebration of the UConn men's basketball program's first ever national title. We're going to go right now to Channel 3's Joe Tessitore live outside Tropicana Field. Joe, perhaps Jeff Jacobs said it right earlier tonight. One word, wow.
One word, Denise, wow. That's what Jacobs told us the Hartford Current headline is going to be tomorrow. Wow. And what a wow. Down here at St. Petersburg, the UConn fans are just about coming out. Of course, they were watching the net cutting down ceremony, the accepting of the national championship trophy, and the guy sitting next to me called it. Dead on, UConn by 3, and he called UConn by 6 on Saturday. Tate George, congratulations, buddy.
Hey, I went through the emotions, and I know everyone's flooding back home. They're here. Hey, this is for the fans that couldn't be here. Taz, this is for you. I'm going to say, here it is. Heaven must be like this. It must be like this. Oh, heaven must be like this. Said it must be like this. Oh, there we go. Ah! All right, Connecticut, there you have it. Tate George singing. He said he would. He's got the lucky tie on. They're going to be celebrating all night long down in St. Petersburg. Eric Clemens is with the team right now in the locker room. We'll join him in a moment. We'll hear Coach Calhoun live at the podium. But as for right now, Al and Denise, back to you.
And Tate's prediction was right on the money.
Yeah.
UConn by 3.
3.
All right, that's another thing to sing about.
He's going to get some people want to buy their lottery tickets, you know, maybe,
Oh, my goodness. All right, we'll check back with you guys later.
All right, of course, out at the Gampel Pavilion in Storrs, they've been celebrating for a little while now a long and well-deserved championship.
Channel 3's Dee Griffin and Kevin Hogan are there with all those excited students.
You know, Denise and Al, Tate said they're going to be partying all night long in St. Petersburg. I tell you where else they're going to be partying all night long, right here at Gampel Pavilion in Storrs at the University of Connecticut. Excitement out of here. There's a big bonfire. You can't see it right now because everybody's here. This is exciting. There were 45 to 100 to 5,000 people in here to watch the game tonight. This is massive excitement for all the fans. All the fans very excited here. Everybody is out and about. There's a DJ out here. There's a bonfire out here. It's just massive excitement.
You know, this campus is just alive. We're going to have to come back to you a little later. Back to you.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
Take care in there, Dee Griffin and Kevin Hogan.
They need security, I'll tell you.
I'll say.
It's rough, but they're excited out there. We can understand it, too.
Another place that was hopping earlier tonight was Coach's in downtown Hartford, where Channel 3's Jennifer Watson has been watching things. Jennifer, are you there, and can you hear us?
I am there, and Helen, Denise, tonight was unbelievable here at Coach's when they won. But I have to tell you, things have changed a little bit. A lot of the people have streamed out of the bar and onto the streets of Hartford, where police are on the streets right now monitoring the situation to make sure it doesn't get out of control. But as you can see, they're happy they won. And you all know, this was down to the wire. I mean, gosh, this was the most stressful basketball game any of us ever watched. Moment by moment. Senator Lieberman was here. We talked to him. We have that coming up for you. We also have this place. At the moment UConn won, it brought the place down. We're going to show that to you in a little while. For now, back to you.
All right,
Okay,
Jennifer
thanks,
Watson.
Jennifer.
Hey, what an exciting night. It was a great game. I mean,
really
it could have gone
was.
either way, but everybody who's a UConn fan knows the way it should have gone.
Well, UConn played, they came there to play, and they
Yes, they did.
they won. They played to win, and they won. And all those people who said they were the underdogs, I wonder what they have to say.
Yes.
You know, I think that was a motivational factor,
Some of those newspaper guys and some of the TV guys who didn't believe, Joe.
Yes. Joe Tessitore, we're throwing it to you.
Oh, I believed. I said you had to have faith. I said UConn by 2. Hey, let's get right to it. Let's show you how it went down. Let's have Tate George walk us through the highlights. And let's start off in the first half. We're right out of the gate. Duke looked pretty strong. Duke, UConn first half. First things first, though, UConn leaving the locker room, headed to the court. Early on, Shane Battier dialing it up, Tate.
Yeah, we didn't want this, but they got it off kind of quick.
It was 7-2 Duke. Ricky Moore, strong with the finger roll.
What more can you say?
Then, this play really summed up what kind of a night it was going to be. Off the miss, the mad scramble for the ball, and the little guy comes up with it, ahead to Rip. It was 9-6. UConn trailed, but man, oh man, was there momentum here.
Hey, Joe, they say that he's too small, he's too slow. Look at that. Diving on the floor, anything on the baseline. All-American national champ.
Rip finished there, but it was only the beginning. Off the 3, his own putback. 11-10 Duke, UConn right back in this. Then Ricky Moore.
How about this first half? 12 points, and look at that shot off the glass.
UConn's first lead, 12-11. Ricky Moore again. 15-13, beautiful there. Will Avery off the inbound. Three-pointer, 21-18 Duke, but defense was the key, Tate.
Right here, Suleiman Wan reaching in, gets the ball. And I said, stepping up with the hook.
Swan scores it. Some rare defense, offense there. Then more defense. Voskuhl the block. Rip ahead to Freeman. It was UConn by 2. The fans behind us loving it at that point. Jake Voskuhl, backdoor to Ricky.
How about that? Off the glass, wrong leg.
High off the glass for Ricky Moore. Then Rip, Sweetness, the runner. 36-32 UConn leads. Beautiful NBA style move.
Yeah, you know what? That's what we should call him, Sweetness.
But before the half, Trajan Langdon and the foul. So Duke led 39-37 at the half. But you said, we were watching the game together, and you said to me, hey, I love UConn trailing at the half.
Yeah, and 9-0 this season when they are behind at the half. And we were yelling at each other, and they were upset. And we were watching the game, and I said, this is what we want. We want them to be behind. Again, Calhoun is at his best when it's him against the world.
A little tough to talk down here in St. Petersburg. The fans behind us going absolutely ballistic. The ceremony's over inside, so they've come out to share this celebration with us now. Second half, 9-0. How about 10-0 when trailing at the half, folks? Take a look as UConn would dial it up. Now, early on, Elton Brand down low, the slam. Duke up 46-41. Then, Shane Battier.
Carrawell to Battier, the assist to Chris Carrawell.
What happened right there? Everybody in Connecticut.
Here comes UConn. Kevin Freeman, the putback, 49-47. UConn within 2. Then, off the Duke miss. Rip, little coast to coast in the baseline.
Yeah, anything on the baseline, you can expect him to shoot that.
Are you listening to what these fans are saying right now? Oh, you are a cult hero, my friend. Great play here. Albert Mooring, baseline, coming down, and he gets the foul here, Tate.
Yeah, like I said, anything on the baseline, you can expect him to get it.
It was 57-53 UConn. Sweet move by Mooring.
Mooring off the glass. How beautiful is that?
Elton Brand, everybody said he was the key, and he goes up, and there's Mooring there. Elton Brand was the key, and he wouldn't be denied.
But right here, this is the play I thought was the key down the stretch. Rip, who is a scorer most of the game, giving it up for his fellow teammate.
Ricky finding him there. Duke comes back on the fast break. Brand would finish there. And down low, look at the power.
Yeah, you know what? He is just too strong, but Voskuhl played him pretty well.
UConn, back and forth they go. Big play there, 73-68 Rip. Duke needing to get back in this one, and they would come up here.
Watch him run the floor. Brand, a big fella, 6'8".
And for a big guy, he can sure finish. Carrawell would tie it up, 66-66. UConn, three-pointer, make that 73-68 there. Duke needed the 3. They would get it off the rebound. Trajan Langdon dials up the three-pointer, 73-72. UConn by 1. Duke's getting back in it. But Khalid El-Amin.
Big-time players make big-time moves, Joe.
75-72. Take a look at the replay. Khalid El-Amin before the game said, we're going to shock the world.
It shocked the world, he did. And when you're the little man that has a big heart, watch this play right here. The stutter step goes by the big guy. And then the leaner. That is his patented move.
It was 75-74. One last chance for Duke. Trajan Langdon, though. Oh, no, sir. Steps.
The clamp.
See ya.
The clamp.
Eric Clemens would be proud. Ricky Moore shutting down Trajan Langdon. Then 5 seconds left. Khalid El-Amin at the line. First shot, good. 76-74. Khalid El-Amin to seal the deal. Second shot. 77-74. One last possession for the Dukies. And with the crowd chanting Tate here, my friend, there is your national championship.
What more can we say?
I don't know what more we can say. They're going to carry us away here, I think, pretty soon. Gampel Pavilion went absolutely nuts. Jimmy Calhoun, Coach K, hugging at center court. And the scene behind us now, you are looking live at the parking lot at the Tropicana Fields. And Jim Calhoun, inside right now, has just taken the podium. Let's head inside the Tropicana Field where Jim Calhoun is meeting with the media.
We felt all along, taking notes down in the Cincinnati game on the pick and roll, who should bring the ball up the court for Duke, etc., that if we had a chance, that we'd have a reasonably good chance to beat a great Duke team. And I couldn't be proud of my kids and happier for our university and our state and all the things that we did. I'm just thrilled, and I feel like I've won a basketball game, and by tomorrow I'll know our kids have won the national championship.
Questions? Let's start up front here, second row.
Ricky, can you talk about the last play where you guarded Langdon and he traveled, and how you saw that play out as he was driving on you?
First of all, I'd like to give Duke a lot of credit. They are a great team. We had to give it all to win the game. And, I heard Coach K telling Trajan to go get the ball, and I felt that if he got it, he wasn't going to do anything with it because it was down to crunch time, and it was him against me. And, I knew I was going to get a lot of help from my teammates, and, they tried to clear it out, but, I stayed solid and I stayed down. I didn't go for any pump fakes, and he tried to do a spin move, and I was right there. So, fortunately, he traveled, and we got the ball back.
Right here on the left.
Jim, can you comment on what this means to you personally after all the near misses, all the sweaty gyms, all the long nights, all the whole career?
It means that we won a national championship, and I've been fortunate enough to win some Big East championships, and I'm no better coach than I was 3 weeks ago, and no worse a coach than I was 3 weeks ago. That's exactly what it means to me. You thought I was kidding you before, and everybody felt that I had to do something. I didn't have to do anything. All I had to do was be true to my kids and coach the best I possibly could, and that's what I've done. Tomorrow or tonight, if you hear a loud yell, that will be me. But beyond that, when I was saying Ricky Moore was the best defensive player in the country, I hope he believes in me that he didn't need this tournament to prove that, because he knows I don't give out false praise. And I've said he's the best defensive player I've ever coached. And when I told you that I didn't need to get to a Final Four as badly as I wanted to, like anyone who would like to win the highest honor in their profession, to think that I could coach basketball, you didn't believe me, and I'm just telling you the truth. That's how I feel. I'm as happy as anybody. As I said, you hear loud yelling tonight, it will be me. And I'm happy for our kids, our program, our school, and obviously personally, to beat someone and a team, and someone like Mike Krzyzewski and a Duke basketball team. I couldn't be prouder, and the kids were right. We played the right team. The two best teams in the country played tonight.
Right here on the right.
Jim, could you tick off the keys to your game plan, and also could you explain why you left one thread of net up in the rim?
Well, we game plan starting somewhere in November. I started just watching games and taking notes. I took notes on Cincinnati, who I thought at one time was the best team, on Duke and so on. And the assistants all now know that when I broke these blue cards out, I think some of you guys have seen me with the blue cards I always carry around. We started preparing ourselves, if we had a chance, to meet one of these teams down the line somewhere. And our plan was simply to try to, A, put ball pressure on them to make Langdon bring the ball up the court, not Avery, which stopped their acceleration, getting into offense quick. B was to double big to big Elton Brand, who's a great basketball player, and then don't rotate, but only have the same guys rotate to the same spot, so it'd be much more zone. Sometime if you have other people coming at them, you get confusion. We had no confusion because we knew where our spots were. And then we tried to do everything we could off a pick and roll. Anytime one of their bigs played us, that made it an automatic rule for us to bring him out and then try to exploit that by driving to the basket. So we saw some things, as great as Duke was, that we could use. And yesterday we also, I would say the fourth key, Mike, was yesterday we had a shoot-around, not a practice. We had talked to a couple coaches who had been here before, and our kids had done so much for us. The only thing we needed to tell them was what they needed to do to beat a great Duke team, and they did it to perfection, obviously. So I think those were the four keys. Yesterday, we tried to did everything humanly possible to give them a couple things to hang on to, but in turn, have a light shoot-around to conserve all of our energy. That's unusual for us, by the way.
Okay, right here on the right.
Ricky, could you respond to what your coach said a few moments ago about you being the best defensive player that he's ever coached? And here you come in the national championship game, and you're facing arguably the best shooter in the country on the last play of the season. Respond to that, please.
Yeah, you know, I believe that. You know, I go out and I work hard every day in practice, having to go out, collar it and rip in practice. That only makes me better. And, you know, I give a lot of credit to my teammates, too, also, you know, helping me off, you know, coming around screens and they hedge out. And, you know, down to the last play, like I said, I knew it was him against me. I mean, my will to win was going to take over, and it did.
Excuse me, Mike, I didn't answer one question, which I should answer. The string up there is for Joe. I wanted to make sure that he knew that.
Go ahead and repeat that, Joe.
I'm sorry. I left a small string up there for Joe. And, really simple. We left it on the ground.
Right here.
All right, welcome back outside Tropicana Field. We are back live outside Tropicana Field. Well, people, the crowd has gathered outside here. And behind me right now, everybody knows this guy, Big Red. Big Red leading the crowd. Red, you want one on camera for the national title?
On camera.
Lynn, camera 3. Big Red, take it away. Take it away, Red. It's all you. It's all you, Red.
There we go. There we go.
All right. That was special request. The fans here were dying for it. We brought Red up. They've come out to celebrate, Tate. This has been a scene. They've been chanting your name as much as they've been chanting national championship.
Well, they're going to go through everybody's name before the night's up, but it's a great night, and it should. I mean, everyone, including the fans, we must make note of that this is for the state of Connecticut.
Coach Calhoun, the first thing he said when he accepted the national championship, for the best fans in America and the best basketball state in America, and they are partying in this parking lot like you would not believe. Take a look, folks. Big Red leading them on from our March Magic set. Big Red absolutely owns this crowd down here tonight, folks.
We're number one. 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 We're number one.
All right, let's head back into Tropicana Field, where I believe Jim Calhoun is still at the podium finishing up his national championship winning press conference.
With 34-2, the only time we've lost is when we haven't been whole. And we're a great basketball team. And we beat another great basketball team, the best team we've played all year. But no, we're not shocked. As I said, I'll be yelling later when this really sinks in, but no, I don't think we're shocked. We're happy as heck, and we're proud, and I couldn't be prouder of these guys, but I don't think any of us are shocked. I mean, we truly believed we could beat them. We knew it was going to be a tremendous challenge, but we felt we truly could beat them.
Right there on the left.
Along those same lines, is it fair to say that knowing you were going to play Duke and actually playing a team like Duke has brought out the best in your team, both from coaching and player standpoint?
Well, I don't know about from coaching, because all I did was tell them what to do. And the key, those are easy things. Talking's easy, and diagramming, after 27 years, we should be able to put something together for them. The key is what they did on the court. And when adversity hit, 9-2, whatever the early stuff, the way they reacted to it was absolutely incredible. These kids have run hills for us and done everything humanly possible to get themselves to this particular point. They spent, as Kay said the other day, Israel was really nice, but it was about 100 degrees also. And they've done everything that a coach could possibly ask for. And so I think the Duke matchup was what they wanted. They wanted to beat the best. Our kids have been saying, and you've heard me say, we hadn't played our best game yet. And tonight, if you count character, we might have played our best game.
Right in the back there.
Coach Calhoun
White
celebrating
shirt
his
back.
first national title in 27 years as a coach. Very gracious, humble, giving a lot of credit to his players and showing a lot of
Thank you.
heart.
This is
Did
for
you
the
hear the
players?
comment that he made about when they were cutting down the net? He said they left a string up for Joe.
Joe McGinn was a team manager who died shortly after, a very popular team manager at UConn, by the way, and everybody who knew Joe, and I was one of them, always marveled at the inspiration he provided. He had kidney disease from age of 3. He had both legs amputated last year, and he was really an inspiration to Coach Calhoun and all the members of the team, anybody who knew him. And so Coach Calhoun left a little piece of the net up there for Joe, I think because he thinks that Joe actually helped this happen tonight.
A lot of people think that.
Yeah.
And we'll be right back with our special post-game coverage. Do stay with us.
Today's March Magic is brought to you by your Connecticut Toyota dealer, Amica Insurance, Savings Bank of Manchester, and Foxwoods Resort and Casino.
Well with a 3. Brand tips on the floor. El Amin gets it ahead to Hamilton. What an effort. He'll challenge Langdon. And rips, turns around and rips the nets for 2.
And that was just
Wasn't
the
that amazing? El Amin on the floor, and he kept the ball alive.
UConn national champions. Doesn't that sound nice?
Well, it's the second time in the 90s we've had the University of Connecticut basketball team champs. The women did it in 95, now the men in 99.
And the celebrations are just beginning. We're going to go out to Gampel Pavilion to see how, outside Gampel rather, to see how Channel 3's Dee Griffin is doing. Dee?
Dee, how about that homeboy from Augusta?
Hey,
Ricky Moore.
Augusta, Georgia boy, he really did it. Defense, Ricky, defense. I tell you, this was a game more than about defense, offense, or backcourt. It was about heart. These guys really played with their hearts, and they had these fans from UConn behind them the whole way, fueling them on in every moment, and this is what it was all about. Everybody, really. Back to you in the studio.
Somewhere in the crowd there. Okay, Dee, we'll get back with you later. Oh, my goodness.
Sure, she'll be all right. Those
Let's
fans
hope
are excited.
so.
They had a bonfire out there, and you saw the laser light show that was going on. They're having a good time.
We should also mention that if you'd like to greet the team at the airport, we do have some information for you. Their flight will arrive tomorrow afternoon around 2 o'clock. And we're told that the DOT will have signs posted to direct you to the part of the airport where you'll be able to see them get off the plane and on their bus.
You take the airport connector there off 91 and then get onto Route 75 and look for the signs to the AMR Executive Terminal. That's where they'll come in about 2 o'clock. We'll be there live. And then, of course, we'll be there for the big pep rally and homecoming rally that will happen at 4 o'clock out at Gampel Pavilion tomorrow, right here on Channel 3, your Connecticut Huskies station.
And we're told the doors to Gampel for that open tomorrow at 3. So again, continuing a live team coverage from Channel 3.
All right, now, what do we got? We're going out to coaches. Oh, we got Joe. Joe with the newspaper already with Tate.
There's a nice headline.
Dial it up, Al and Denise. The Hartford Current, right here in St. Petersburg, national champions. UConn, full-color picture of Jim Calhoun. This was just handed out in the crowd here in the parking lots of Tropicana Field. National champions. I think you want this frame, don't you, my friend?
Hey, it's just great to see that they even have it already, so that means everyone anticipated. I wasn't the only one who thought that UConn...
Tuesday, March 30th, 1999, right there, the date. Tuesday, March 30th, 1999, UConn national champs. Now, that's our first edition, Alan Denise.
Coaches? All right, that's a great picture. Well, I don't know how much Jim is going to like that picture, but he likes the headline.
Oh, I think he'll love it. He's waited a long time for this night.
He sure has. All right, we're going to go now to take a little break, and then our March Magic coverage will continue right here on Channel 3.